Welcome to Homeo Podcast. Greetings. I am your host, Ifa Bukumi Oshuntola, and I'm here with my co-host, Yeyoluwa Ifa Toyin. Today we have an exciting podcast for you today. We're talking about Olokun and Osun. Ore ye yeo.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, and I'm gonna start with prayer as usual. Um, Modupwe Olokun, please let us speak true about your your you with Oshun, and let us say all the things that you have told us during our meditation, what to say, and let us not say what you told us not to say. I pray for everyone that is going to listen to this podcast that they are uplifted and their Ori is also uplifted and
Ashe.
peace, happiness. I hope any depression that you wash away, any sadness. We are going through something right
Ashe.
now in America. I
Ashe.
pray that Olokun continues to uplift us and hold us and uh, continue to make us grow and guide us in her waters to our destiny.
Ashe.
Um, I pray um, that it's all positivity, no negativity, and that Iwa Pele is within us throughout this podcast and throughout our lives. May we continue to be blessed and receive the E-ray from our room all the way to IA. And I hope this podcast and this what we're about to say about Olokun and Osun helps you and reaches you, and also may change your perception on things and how women work with each other. You know.
Ashe.
Okay, so I am going to segue to my lovely co-host, Yeyelua Ifatoyi.
Hello, hello, hello. Yo. Okay. So we're talking about Yeye Oshun and Olokun, and especially in the light of how, we worship Olokun as female, right? Um, what are the similarities? What are the differences? And I think it's important to note that as water Orisha in Nigeria, it kind of depends on the region where you live, um,
Mhm,
which will often kind of determine which Orisha is predominant in that area, which water Orisha you tend to worship or tend to be a devotee of. Um, like if you're down by the ocean, down by the coast, or in the south, or if you're in Edo by the river, you would most likely worship Olokun as the water deity. If you're in like Ogun State, Abeokuta, you would pre- predominantly they worship Yamansha. If
mhm,
you're up north, you probably would be worshiping Oya. If you're from Oshogbo, Ekiti, it's going to be Oshun. But typically, a lot of the water orishas, um, they bless you with the same things. Um, Oshun and Olokun both will bless you with wealth, with money, with
mhm,
with wisdom, with children, with love, with happiness, with peace of mind. All those things. I know in the West, in the diaspora, we tend to box in Oshun as one thing. She's sexy. She's about love and
mhm,
sensuality and everything's sweet, and you tend to box in Olokun, oh, just about money. Um,
Mhm.
you know, tend to box in Yamaja, just about like, nurturing and the mother, and but really they all kind of get the same thing. Um,
Vastness.
yeah,
No.
I mean, now I'm not saying that they're the same Orisha, they're not, but when we're thinking about like the broader umbrella of what are the blessings from the water, from the Orisha, from the energies of the water, is very similar. It's very similar across the board. Um,
Mhm.
if we look at in for this episode, if we look at the Oriki for Oshun, we look at the Oriki for Lokun, we can tell some minor differences, and I don't really want to say differences, but because like I said, they pretty much bless you with the same thing, but you you get a sense from the Oriki what you want to go to each one of them for. So like Oshun, we say ye ye or ye ye Oshun, Oshun Shegeshe, Oloye Ayun, Arewa Obirin, Oshun Oyeye Mimo, Awede Wemo. So that's really, those are like praise names for Oshun, really talking about um, how beautiful she is, how knowledgeable she is, how she takes care of her children. She bathes, how brass is important to her. She bathes them um, she covers them in brass. So it's giving. She's a mother of mystery. Um, it's giving that type of relationship with Oshun. That Oshun is the Orisha who is the mother who will take care of you, and she makes you feel loved. She makes you feel cared for. She makes you feel like you don't have to worry. She coddles you a little bit. She will fiercely defend you just like a mother would.
Mhm.
Um, so so that's kind of like the lens that we want to go to Oshun for, and how we want to appreciate Oshun. Um, for me, like honestly, like so Oshun is my family lineage deity from my maternal side. So my maternal ancestry comes from Oshun line, and even though my mother is not a practicing, she's not in this tradition, but she's very much representative of Oshun to me. To me, when I think of my mom, I see an example of what Oshun is through her motherhood to me.
Mm.
Um, when you look at Olokun, Olokun is also, I consider like my mother also as an initiate of Olokun. Um, but Olokun's Oriki often talks about like being the kingmaker, being the leader, being the one who lifts you up to success, lifts you up to higher status, to royalty, to expansion and enhancement, and just making everything on a grander, bigger level. Um,
Mhm.
Olokun Lagba Omi, Olokun Lagba Omi, Olokun Lagba Omi, and Olokun Oba Omi. Those are all Olokun, the king of the water, Olokun, the greatest of the
Baomi.
water, right? Olokun, the the one who extends to all corners of the earth. There's no bounds or boundaries for Olokun. Olokun, the one who carries you to great heights. So Olokun to me is like um, when I'm thinking about what is going to enhance the blessings I already have, what is going to extend me to the next level, what is going to carry me and help and to limitless bounds, what is
Mhm.
going to bring me elevation, what is going to make me a king or a queen or royalty. Um, that's how I see Olokun based on her Oriki. Um, but yeah, but I still pray to both for love. Like Oshun is also um
Marketplace.
exactly, they both about the marketplace. Um
White. They
they
both
both they both like the color white. They both like
soulful.
beads, they both like brass. Um but Oshun is also about family. Oshun is about children and family and bringing family together, finding you a mate so that you can reproduce and have wealth and children.
Mm,
You
mm,
know, so
mm,
I go to Oshun if I have questions about finding a mate. You know, I can go to Olokun too, but I know that Oshun is specifically about those day to day needs, about creating family,
mm.
um, coming together to create something.
It's more like communication, you know?
Yeah.
Like you put honey on your tongue so that, you talk sweet and not,
Hmm.
with alligator pepper with the harshness. Um, so, sometimes your honey can bring you what you want better than boo
Yeah.
boo. So
They both take honey now. They both would take honey. They both like sweet things. They both like fruits and candies and cakes
smell
and
good.
yeah, things like that. Oshun will take camwood where Olokun will take efun instead, you know? Um,
A locum loves to be in the dark.
Olokun likes to be in the dark, but she does like a little light with her. Um, Olokun likes the cold. um, yeah, but there are lots of similarities. It's like you have to remember water is water. There's no difference between whether what I won't say there's no difference, but whether water comes as the rainfall, whether water comes as the river, fresh water, whether water comes salt water, we use water for the same things to bring healing, to bring coolness, to bring calmness, to bring wealth, to bring um, life. You know, water
Yeah,
is water. There's no conflict with water. So sometimes in the diaspora, you hear stories about the Orisha in competition with each other, and this and that. That is no, that is not the case.
yeah, she let us know that.
Yeah,
Uh-uh. You're like, okay.
and
Because
water.
we've been meditating on what we can say truthfully
Mhm,
about these two beautiful Orishas. And they let us know, well, Locum let us know, that there's no jealousy,
mm,
there is no fights,
no
there is no
competition.
discontent, there is none of that. It is all, you know, working together. They understand the importance of women working together, which, brings me to my, can I do my story time?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So I'll say a story about how Olokun and Osun have worked together. Um, Olokun and Osun worked together to create the tide. Olokun, in her death, held treasure and wisdom that she wished to share with the world. However, she needed Oshun's guidance to release her riches without overwhelming the earth. Oshun suggested a rhythmic flow, what we know now as the tides. By this agreement, Olokun's waters would rise and fall, feeding the rivers and nourishing the land. In return, Oshun promised to honor Olokun's vastness in all her ceremonies, ensuring that the connection between the ocean and the river remained strong. So this story, it teaches you what the tides represent, not just the ocean's rhythm, but the sacred partnership between Olokun and Oshun. A constant reminder of balance and reciprocity. So um, this story shows, the importance of working together,
Hmm.
how the river and the ocean both work together in order to nourish this beautiful earth that we walk on. Um, like Oshun works with Olokun as far as her rivers flow into the ocean. The ocean like flows right back to the river,
Exactly.
bringing up her. her richness up to the land. So
Right.
it's just very important that all women, even it doesn't matter which um, female Orisha it is, they all know the importance of working together. I know we hear stories about discontent and they're mad at each other. They did this one to that one, being very catty and
Right.
stuff. But from what we were told, that it's none of that. They all work with each other, and it's mostly what they're calling on for all women as well, right here on Earth, is that we need to come together. We uh, bring more E-ray to ourselves by working with each other than being very, very evil with one another. You know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. It's like the lessons of the give and take, the ebb and flow between the waters. They all have their role and their place. So whether it's fresh water, salt water, river water, ocean water, lake water, whatever, water is water. They provide this similar things, but they may be used differently. But it's all within the circular cycle of water. So
Yeah.
the water from the ocean evaporates, then it becomes the rain, then it falls into the rivers, and then the river goes into the ocean. It's all a continuous cycle of water giving
Mhm.
life, and water being a symbol of feminine power, of unity, of beauty, of mystery, of abundance, of balance, of harmony, all
Yeah.
to support humanity, you know?
Yeah.
That's
When women are working at their highest,
mhm.
it's a beautiful thing. But of course, we have stories of women working on their lowest.
Yeah.
So we're humans having a human
Mhm.
experience. So of course, we're going to go high and low. But we're speaking about the Orishas. They are at their highest. So what we go through, our egos, our jealousy, the green-eyed monster, the greed, all the lower things and things of that nature. They're not doing that with one another, you know.
Well, we look to nature to understand the natural flow of things, the natural way things work. And so
Mhm,
when we're in a cycle of creation, what does nature do? When we're in a cycle of destruction, what does nature do? But it still is about bringing balance, you know.
mhm.
And so look at the ways that the water in all of its forms,
Yeah,
balance each other out.
to get it back in balance. If
Mm,
things are out of whack, it's gonna bring it back to balance for
right,
sure.
right.
You know. Uh,
So like you were saying, as women, when we work together, how do we balance each other? How do we support each other? What
mhm,
you're good at, you what I'm good at, I lead. What you're good at, you lead, and we make sure that there's a balance. You know what I mean? Um,
mhm.
it's just something to think about, like when we're coming together to create and to do something, to for something to be born, to take off or to launch. How do we support one another, and how do we collaborate to
Yeah,
bring something to fruition?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful thing when you see women like respecting other women and uplifting other women. Like we have Black Girl Magic, and
Hmm.
you know, us saluting each other, patting each other on their back, knowing that when we fight, it's bad. It's bad not only for your certain surroundings, but it's also bad for the world.
Hmm. Well,
Um,
they when you get that reading and that Osa comes out, you better make it right with the women.
Obata comes out, okay? I'm
You
like,
better
what?
make it right with whoever, whatever female energy that you done wronged. You better go make it right.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You don't want no hurricane coming, changing your world, okay? Like, be nice. Even other women have to be nice to other women. Just
Of
don't think because you're a woman that
mm,
you're okay. All right?
exactly, exactly.
No, I know, but. I love these two Orishas. Of course, one's my mother, Oriyeo, and Olokun as well, Obaomio.
Mhm.
The we could go on for days talking about what I could about
Well,
Oshun.
we should say, we were just talking about this earlier, that those two orishas are so well connected that a lot of people who are devotees of Olokun are also devotees of Oshun. A lot of people who are like a lot of water. If you're a child of the water, you most likely will have maybe two water orishas, that you're close to. For me, it
Hmm.
happens to be Olokun and Oshun. For you might be Yamaja and Oshun, or
Hmm.
but it's almost always an, now we're talking in Isheshe practice, of course, but yeah, but a lot of people who are initiated to Olokun are also initiated to Oshun.
Yeah,
Oshun is very close to Olokun.
yeah. There's like three, the
Mm,
main ones that circulate.
mhm,
And like when you were saying that your family, Orisha is Oshun, mine is Yemoja,
mhm,
father's side. You know,
mhm.
I was surprised at that, but um, I was like, I'm just going to be filled with water in my house, nothing but water. It's gonna be here, except for E5. He's over there chilling. But everything else is, it's about emotions. So I guess, usually
Mhm,
in my journey, I have to get my emotions together. Maybe my
mhm.
emotions weren't just right. Uh, you know,
Yeah.
it's very important that I work well with women. Uh,
Mhm,
Oshun has told me that so many times.
mhm.
No arguments. Do not argue with women. I have to smile. Don't argue with women. It's so important. Even my egg bake come back to say, "Why are you angry?" Like
Well,
stop it.
but that's why you need the water, because the water is all about coolness and calmness. They like you to be calm,
They want
like
me
you
to
to
be.
be chill. Yes. They like to bring it down a notch.
I know, but women. Some women are impossible. But I have to smile.
Mm,
Like, Oludumare bless you, okay? And just keep it pushing because I don't want to upset Oshun, and I don't want to derail my destiny
yeah,
by, this person.
right.
Um, maybe they're not where they are supposed to be in their journey and stuff.
Mhm,
Or they're supposed to get me riled up at this time, 7 a.m. in the morning.
mhm.
you know, how am I going to navigate through this? It's the only way I learn. If I don't have any challenges, I won't grow, right?
That's right. That's right. Hey, go
So,
to the water. Go to the water. That
whew,
always
I,
go to the water.
there's plenty of times I had to sit by the water and talk.
Yeah.
Like, you don't want me arguing with these women, but like, come on now.
Right.
Stay off Facebook for one. That is that
Well,
is
yeah,
something.
yeah. Definitely stay on Facebook.
Oh, that is a festing ground for arguments. Like,
I mean, social media in general, it's just become anyway. I don't. Let's not get off topic, but yeah,
yeah, yeah, yeah. Let's stay on topic. Okay, all right.
but yeah,
So,
but they both, like you said, they don't like arguing. They don't like gossip. They
mhm,
don't like nastiness or uncleanliness. They don't
mhm,
like they like you to keep your promise. If you make a promise to a water Orisha, you better keep it. Like you better
mhm.
make sure you keep it. Um,
Oshun likes you to cook.
yeah,
I know your locum likes you to cook
yeah,
too.
a
Uh,
local food too.
and I usually give my Oshun a goosey soup.
Mhm,
She loves that, but I've given her yam porridge before, and
mhm.
she loves that as well.
My
Uh,
Oshun likes spinach. Efo Riru is one of her favorite moves. Like it's like vegetable stew.
Yeah,
She likes
yeah.
spinach. There's a vegetable in Nigeria called yan ring, which she really loves. They don't have that here so much. It's like wild lettuce, but she will take spinach as, a substitute.
Hmm.
Ocean really loves spinach.
Yeah.
Echo, of course.
Hmm.
Um, honey, but honestly, Ocean doesn't
She don't really ask for honey
gobs of
that
honey.
much.
Yeah, I think that's one of the diaspora myths that she just takes endless honey, and not any more than Ifa or Olokun.
Sometimes she'll just take Obi.
Right.
She'll take Obi, or she'll tell you to get the Obi. Well, here you have the Obi. um,
Both my Oshun and Olokun, they don't take a rogbo, they don't take palm oil, they don't take water as offering, and they like the 5 lobe obi, the one with
mm,
the hermaphrodite in it.
I
Yeah,
give that. I give that piece the issue.
yeah.
But yeah, um, if you ask her what she wants, she'll tell you. But usually, honey is not on the menu unless she sees something in your life that,
Right. That needs a little
yeah.
sweets.
Hmm.
Right.
And my Oshun came with a water pot. Um,
Mm-hmm.
and
Nice.
but my Olokun did not. Well, I'm not initiated fully to
Mm-hmm.
Olokun, so I don't have a water pot for Olokun.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But you do.
Yeah, I mean, the altars look kind of similar. Like if you're fully initiated, you'll have a well, I mean, I can just speak for my lineage. I mean, I don't know what other people lineages, but it comes with a water pot, but it'll also come with another pot, a calabash or something with the implements inside of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in that pot, I usually use it for healing.
Mm-hmm.
Pray over the water and stuff. She has healed me many times, many times. Okay. If I ask her, like, there's something wrong with me, I got a fever, I got an earache, something, I go to her and I
Splash
go,
of that water. Mm-hmm.
okay. I've also given out that water, that she's told me uh,
Mm.
to give to other people. And I've gotten feedback that, they're being healed in places that they didn't ask,
Mm.
for, or
Yeah,
they didn't know that,
that's right.
it needed to be, that was a problem.
That's right.
So I was like, wow, she's healing you from the inside out, baby.
That's right. They both use water for healing, and
Oh,
they both like fans and mirrors as well on their shrines.
yeah, I got her a big abede, you
Mm.
know, right next to her shrine. That's the one that she asked me for. And I got her, she has own her own big table, own big shelf of her own. Matter of fact, two of them, because her water pot can't fit with, you know, with all the things that she has on her
Mm.
things. So yes, and then also we need to mention that Oshun has her festival that
Mhm.
people go to
Mm.
every
Shogbo.
year. It's
I
one
think it's
big,
like the
big.
the biggest tourist attraction in Nigeria, right? Is the Osun Festival in Oshogbo?
I think so. I
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
is. It's so many people, and they go there and they go to the river and they ask Oshun for so many things,
Mhm.
you know. But
Mhm.
whatever, if you say you're going to give Oshun something, make sure you do it. Okay.
Exactly. Don't say it if you're not sure.
Yeah, don't go to Oshun and say, "Oh, if you make me the richest woman in my house, I'm gonna give you a cow," and then she does, and you don't give that cow,
Yep.
you know, or you ask her for a child, she gives you a child, and you don't present that child to Oshun.
Right.
Mhm,
Right.
please, please, if you ask. Oshun for something, please thank
Yeah.
Oshun.
Yeah.
All right. If you ask Olokun for something, thank Olokun as well.
Hmm.
You know. Olokun also has her festival as well. I think it's before Oshun's festival.
Yeah. It usually is.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay. But it's not as big as Oshun's festival, but it should be too. That should be a big festival as well. Um,
Hmm.
you know, I think they're trying to get the word out of it and bring, more and more people
Hmm.
to this particular festival. Um,
We'll have to find out some information. Maybe we could do an episode on that.
on
Um,
a local festival.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And like I seen her, she just like a few years back, she just started someone that I know that I've seen do in the local. I bet they've
Oh, you
been
mean
doing a
here?
local festival,
Yeah. Yeah.
something like trying to make it as big as Oshun's festival. That's
Okay.
what I've been seeing.
Yeah.
And Oshun festival is in August.
Hmm.
And yeah, you would see the people with the beautiful hairstyles with the with the feather
Hmm. Feathers and the cowries. Yeah.
and the cowries. I want to wear that. I'm gonna wear it. I'm gonna go to Ocean Festival one time and I'm gonna wear that.
Okay.
Yeah, the Ias in my Ile went last year and they were so beautiful. They
Mm.
had the hairstyles and they was all dressed in white and I was
Mm.
like, darn it, I should be there, but it's okay. Oshun will bring me to that festival when she wants me there,
Mm.
you know?
Sure.
Yeah, with this climate, hopefully, uh, Trump would allow me to get
Listen, don't even.
Oh, I'm just playing. I'm just playing. But, okay. We've spoken. I want to thank everyone for enjoying our podcast. Hopefully, you enjoyed us and you enjoyed our stories and our lovely rendition of Olokun and Osun. Please like, share, subscribe, make a
Yes.
comment, feed.
Please, please like and subscribe on YouTube. We need to get our subscribers up on that side of things. I mean, we appreciate wherever you join, but
Hmm.
we're trying to beef up the YouTube channel. I mean, eventually we'll come on camera if we have enough people.
Yeah, I think we could do live now. I think I requested it. Like
Well, I
we
think we need a certain number. We might need a certain number.
no,
Oh,
no,
no? Okay.
I think they allowing us to go. We'll see. We'll see.
Well,
But
just subscribe so we can come on live.
yes, and we need your comments. And I do polls at the end of each podcast feedback. You but keep it positive, okay? And stuff. And if you'd like to join us for a podcast,
Yeah.
we're not
Yeah.
gonna bite.
Share your
Maybe
stories.
yes, yes. Um, but if I told you, and if you could take us out in prayer.
All righty. We give gratitude and thanks and praise to Olokun and Yeye Oshun today on this episode. We thank you for being with us, for giving us the insights into who you are and how you work with us, and just the lessons that you provide as an example of feminine unity and how we need to work together, collaborate together to bring life, to bring enhancement, to bring joy, to bring beauty and harmony and balance into the world. We pray that everyone listening to this episode, everyone within earshot, be blessed, Bless this week, bless this month, bless this year as we're going through
Sure.
tumultuous times here in the US, as we go through different unexpected events. Let us have the peace and the calm and the coolness that we need to have to get us through each and every day and to be able to prosper and thrive through it all. Help us to support one another, help us to love one another, help us to bring unity and alignment with each other and with nature so that we may
Ashe.
have all ray of life, good health, long life, children, wealth, abundance, prosperity, um,
Ashe.
um, spouse and and family, and then all victory of life to bring all the ray of life for us to enjoy and have peace of mind, safety, and security. We give honor and gratitude and love today to Olokun and Osun and give thanks for joining us today. Ashe.
Ashe. Ashe.
Ashe.
Oh.
All right.
Okay. Well, double.
Odabo ireo.